Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ed Al-Nakusi from QNB Financial Services. I would like to welcome everyone to United Development Company second quarter 2020 financial results conference call. It's my pleasure to introduce from United Development Company Mr. Maher Omar Al-Naim, he is Executive Director of Financial Planning, and Mr. Kareem Farahat, he is Financial and Business Planning Director. We will start this conference call with a presentation on the company's performance for the quarter, followed by a questions and answers session. I will now hand over the call to Mr. Naim to get us started. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is safe and keeping good health. Just to give a very brief on the company's, on United Development Company financial performance for the first half of the year 2020. The company has achieved a consolidated revenue of 563 million as compared to 912 million for the same period in last year. And the net profit achieved by the company is 101 million compared to 237 million of the prior period, while then having a reduction of 58% compared to prior period, and the net profit attributable to equity holder of the company is 87 million compared to 224 million, with a reduction of 61%. The overall performance of the company is in line with the prevailing market condition, which has been at least the real estate market, which has been very much affected by the coronavirus, the spread of the coronavirus, which affected the purchasing power and the demand in the real estate market from a purchasing point of view. This indeed affected the company overall revenue, since the sales transaction have reduced compared to prior period from a value point of view, as well as this year in this quarter, the second quarter of the year, part of UDC contribution to the society from a social responsibility point of view. UDC announced during the initial spread of the coronavirus of a rent waiver of 3 months rent waiver, starting for the month of April, May, June, in the magnitude of almost 441 million, which has been recognized and recorded in this second quarter of the year. So also this impacted the revenue to be reduced by, in particular, the retail leasing revenue to be reduced by 41.5 million as a rent support given to all retailers and F&B outlet in the Pearl Island. Having said this, this is as expected, the net profit. Of course, this is not as our initial expectation at the beginning of the year, but to be practical, this is in line with the market condition. As a matter of fact, even we have revised our budget for the year 2020, for the remaining period of the year 2020, to be in line with the current market situation, with the negative impact that the coronavirus is affecting the real estate market accordingly. So this is about it in a very brief format, or in a very brief form. The profitability is reduced by 58%, and this is indeed due to the current market situation affecting the real estate market, and the reduction in the sales volume as compared to prior period. I leave the floor to you. Should you have any question, we will be more than happy to answer these questions. Hello?
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question, please signal by pressing *1 on your telephone keypad. If you are using a speakerphone, please make sure your mute function is turned off to allow your signal to reach our equipment. A voice prompt on the phone line will indicate when your line is open. Please state your name and organization before posing your question. Again, press star 1 to ask a question. We'll pause for just a moment to allow everyone an opportunity to signal for questions. Again, please press star 1 to ask a question. We will now take our first question.
Thank you for the call. This is Zohaib Parvez from Al Rayan Investment. I just wanted to have a little bit more information on Qatar Cool, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the infrastructure and utilities segment is primarily Qatar Cool, correct? And quarter on quarter, we saw that there's been some good revenue growth there. Could you give us some idea what led to this growth, considering that UDC Qatar Cool gave some waivers to retail and F&B? Thank you.
You're most welcome. This is indeed infrastructure and utility is primarily related to Qatar Cool. Any increase in revenue would be primarily due to the commencement of the services for a new or for recently completed towers or buildings. So accordingly, it increased. Having said this, also yes, there has been a waiver also for F&B outlets, for also the district cooling consumption and so forth. But there has been more, in particular, revenue recognized for properties that have commenced, or at least the revenue recognition have commenced for properties primarily in the second quarter of the year.
Okay, thank you. Could you give us an idea of how much addition was to the total in for Qatar Cool during second quarter because of these new buildings that you're mentioning? In capacity wise, I mean.
Yeah, well, this is in general within the magnitude. Go ahead, Kareem.
Yeah, we have around 3,500 tons actually been signed in.
Yes.
Sorry, could you? I could not get that number. Could you repeat that, please?
Yeah, 3,500 tons.
3,500 tons was added in second quarter.
It is measured in refrigeration tons. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. And my last question is: do you plan on? Are all the waivers done? I mean, by the end of second quarter, all the waivers that were provided for the leasing and for the Qatar Cool have all been finished now, and from third quarter, is my assumption correct that we are back to the normal business?
True. As of now, this is exactly the case. All the waiver has been recognized in the book of accounts during the second quarter of the year. So as of now, there is no more waiver, and let us see how things goes in Q3 and Q4.
Okay. For now, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Once again, if you would like to ask a question, please signal by pressing star 1. We will pause for just an additional moment to allow everyone an opportunity to signal for questions. Remember to please press star 1. We will now take our next question. Please state your name and organization before asking your question.
I guess there's Zoe Parvez from Al Rayan Investment again. I guess there's no other questions, so I have a couple of other questions. Could you give us some idea on how the occupancy is post the COVID situation? Have you lost tenants? Has it been stable? Please, if it could be there between the three commercial, residential, and office categories.
Well, yes, we'll give you the occupancy in respect to the retail leasing and the residential leasing as well. Honestly, to the contrary, the occupancy as compared to Q2 or the first half of 2019 has slightly increased. It's in the range of 64%. Because it has increased as compared to 62% of first half of 2019. There is more retailers opening, yes, but we are not recognizing revenue from them due to the rent waiver that has been given by UDC. As opposed to the residential leasing, it has been impacted, due to the COVID and due to the people leaving their jobs and going back home. It has reduced in the magnitude to be approximately from 40 to 45% as compared to approximately 60% in prior period.
Okay, so 40 to 45 from 60 to 65%. And are you providing any further, like 1 month free, those kind of payment plans for leasing?
Well, we are still giving our promotion 1 month free or district cooling cost free. So our promotion is still there, and this promotion is a kind of a temporary promotion that is being reviewed on periodic basis, and we accordingly decide the right promotion. But yes, promotions, we did not stop promotion. Okay. So considering, the current situation that, residential occupancy has probably reduced and even though retail has been stable, do you think that this will negatively impact margins going forward, or margins should remain similar to second quarter? Because second quarter saw the gross margins specifically improving, if I'm not correct. Yeah? Yeah, we are targeting to maintain the same. There might be a slight reduction due to the residential leasing decline, but it should not be that much of a big difference, though.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We will pause for just an additional moment to allow everyone one last opportunity to queue up for questions. It appears there are no additional questions at this time.
Thank you, Daniel. If there are no further questions, I would like to thank Mr. Maher Naim and Mr. Karim Farahat, also our operator here, Daniel, and everyone else participating on this call. Please do reach out to us at QNB Financial Services or United Development Companies teams if you have any further questions or inquiries. Thank you very much, and please stay safe, and goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay.
This concludes today's conference. Thank you for your participation. You may now disconnect.